Good morning, everybody. Got my new coffee cup here. It says all you need to know if you study it closely. Anyway, welcome back. We're having chicken fajitas today for breakfast. So I've got some chicken breast, and I do have my usual assortment of vegetables. But everything's going to get cut thin as usual, so we can cook everything really quickly. So what I got is chicken breast, left over from a little event a couple days ago. And I'm just trying to do this without touching the chicken, because then I don't want to have to wash my hands again. So we're just going to cut enough for us to eat. How much is that? I don't know. Jody and I have good appetite, so we're just going to get a few of these going. And that's why I have a separate cutting board. Let's see. That's about enough for Jody. I better keep cutting. So we're trying to cut this pretty thin so it cooks pretty quick. We're going to start with this. And we're going to heat up 2 skillets. So we'll cook the chicken in one. Oh, let's just do the whole breast. What do you think, girl? There we go.
Works for me.
Works for you, too. Good. Okay. Skillet's getting hot, and that goes out of the way so it belongs. And because we are going to cook that chicken dedicated in one pan, we're going to heat up yet another pan for our veggies. So, I don't think Mom cleaned this too well the last time she used it. Oh, good old Mom. Here we go. Pans are heating up. Cauliflower first. Cruciferous vegetable. I still don't even know what that means. It sounds cool though, doesn't it? We're eating a cruciferous vegetable today. I like just plain eat the rainbow. That's just simple to remember, easy to do. All you need is some decent knife skills and hot skillets. And so our colors today are white with the onion, red, and yellow with the bell pepper. Now, my other vegetables are bell pepper, onion, and yellow squash. So what I'm going to do, with both pans hot, we'll start the chicken in one, and the vegetables in the other. The cauliflower always takes longer to cook, so it's going to go in first. And we're just going to take that dedicated board. Put a little seasoning on there too. What is life without salt? Don't ask. I don't want to know. I just want to lay those flat so that every piece of chicken is touching the skillet. Obviously, we need to cook the chicken medium well, and if you're a regular watcher of this, you know we do a lot of stuff with beef that we're constantly looking to cook medium rare. Pork we've been cooking medium, but chicken's got a different issue. So there we go. And here comes the veggies. So walnut cauliflower is starting to cook. Let's get our rest of our veggies. And since we're doing fajitas, we're going to do strips instead of cubes. I've had fajitas on a lot of menus. Always been a popular dish. We're not going to get carried away with seasoning last night, and the simple reason is I had Chinese food last night, and I ate too much. So I'm not going to spice up my breakfast a whole lot this morning. The classic fajita cut is julienne, long thin strips. And there we go. So, got a lot of veggies in a small pan, so I got to keep that pan nice and hot. We're going to start piling everything in. There's a good chance the chicken will be cooked before the veggies are, and I can always transfer pans. One of my dirty little secrets that nobody needs to know about outside of us. Okay, there we go. Turmeric. Pepper. If you don't know, I live in Congress Park, so we generally like Pete's Kitchen, Pete's Greektown. So I was donated a bottle of pecan sauce. May he rest in peace. Pecan sauce. And we're going to be using that for our hot sauce today. Good stuff too. Don't know who made it for them, or who still makes it for them, but it is really good stuff. All right. We're off to a really good start here. The chicken's just getting nice and browned on the outside, firm on the inside. No pink, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and get my rice cooking. I've got some cooked up brown rice right here. And we're just going to microwave that. And how much you say? Enough for us to get full. That just takes a moment in the microwave to get it reheated. Now the hard part, stirring the vegetables without making a mess of the stove. So I'm turning things in towards the center and folding them over, rather than just stirring frantically. I want to keep everything in the pan and not on the stove top, because then I have to clean it later. Chicken's almost done. It's getting firm. You can feel that. It's protein's firm as they cook. We talk about this a lot, not only here during breakfast, but in our school. It's one of the most important topics of conversation and knowledge, so that we're not just overcooking our proteins. Are my favorite. Well, it looks done. I'll just give it a couple more minutes to make sure, because usually that's the kiss of death. So that chicken right now is medium. It needs to be medium well, so it's almost done. And I'm going to get a little side bowl for that, so I can take it out and keep using the skillet. Rice is hot. Keep a little cover over that, keep it warm. There you go. Not just the rice lid anyway, so. Bless you.
Thank you.
Vegetables are getting there. So here's our chicken. Nice and firm. I want to show you what I'm talking about here. Let me grab a clean pair of tongs. And this piece right here is completely cooked, as you can see. Still moist and juicy, but fully cooked. So what I'm going to do to make this a little more easier to eat today is all the chicken's coming out of the pan onto the cutting board. We're going to cut it up so we're just eating with our forks today. We don't want it necessarily this big. And that's the decision I just made. So now I can take all that good chicken juice, shoot that in. And those vegetables are starting to wilt. I'm going to turn this guy down a little bit. I'm going to temper our grease. That's more oil. Using a nice Greek extra virgin olive oil today, which I have found to be my favorite type of extra virgin olive oil. Everybody should have their own favorite. There we go. We got the wilt. You can see the color change in the onion. That's a good sign. Zucchini's softening up a little bit. Now I can turn that down and just let it finish cooking. And then promote the omelet pan to the front. And there we go. We're just going to cut this up nice and thin. The good news is if you do go in there and you find out your chicken's a little undercooked, just throw it back in with the vegetables. But we don't have that problem today. And there we go. I am going to throw it back in the vegetables just to make it medley, to make it easier to eat. Because if you know me by now, I'm not a big guy on separating foods. Not only that, this skillet will keep this chicken nice and hot. So we serve it nice and hot, which is another one of my more important keys. We just leave that on top. That burner's on ultra low. Chicken's fully cooked. We'll do the KP later. Well, it's egg time. And one of the things I haven't done today is clean up after myself very well, but oh well, we can always do that without the camera. And away we go. Wait, one last. Cheers. And I'm still trying to get Jody to flip her own eggs. But we haven't quite crossed that bridge just yet. Fear of flipping, we call that. Just lightly wilted greens today, which is fine. You don't have to cook the living daylights out of them. You still get all that nice nutrition. We're going to go chicken fajitas here. A big pan of food today. That'll be mine. And of course, let's put the eggs on top of the veg. Okay, there we go. Not the most artistic plate I've ever done, but certainly one of the more nutritious. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.